Tronsmart contacted me and asked me if I want to review another one of their speakers. I basically use one of their speakers on a daily basis. I have a big, large one with dual thumpers on the side. I use it all the time. It actually sits in my living room area, and it looks like it does have waterproof. Again, it's IPX7. You're not going to want to throw it in a pool or something like that, but if you get a little water on it, it's not going to be a big deal. 24 watts balanced sound. We'll see how that sounds. That should be pretty good, Bluetooth and that. So I found that their stuff is generally pretty good, to the point of I've actually retired other brands. I just use the Tronsmart stuff that they sent me in the past. Especially the big one is really nice. So we get auxiliary in, obviously. So you can just plug it into your laptop or something or whatever. USB-C, USB-A. Portable speaker, so it has batteries, so you can charge it. Okay, so that's the fabric there. It's got a fabric-y, it's not plastic, it's like a fabric-y material, so it feels pretty nice actually. That's kind of sewn into it, so it shouldn't come off or anything like that, but yeah, it definitely has a nice feel to it. Very nice. Some of these, if you get some of these style speakers from like a cheap company, they're kind of cheapo. You get your boomer up there. That should add a little bit of bass, probably a lot of bass. You get another boomer down there. That should add more bass. You could probably set it like this, right? Let it go both ways. Or you could get like that, get a little reverb, because it does have these feet that raise it up, right? So you're going to get an air gap, which is good because you're going to have to get a little bit of air movement. So that's your auxiliary in. You can plug that in. You do get a Type-C to charge it. And then you do get an SD card on these. So you can throw your legally acquired music on an SD card, micro SD card. It says TF, that's Trans Flash. Pop it in there. Hey, you can see my other Tronsmarts right here. There's the Tronsmart T7, which is the other Bluetooth speaker, and the Bang SE, which I use all the time. Those are my headphones and that, but you can see I actually use them all the time. So that's good. So let's turn this on. Hopefully it has battery. And that's a familiar sound. Oh, that's fast right away. I've never had any issues with Bluetooth on these, by the way. Just before I get into the music side of it, I've been able to like walk through my house. Usually I'll play on my phone. I'll have my phone in my pocket, cleaning my house upstairs. I have a 3-story, upstairs, downstairs, middle floor, whatever. And I've never had issues with the Tronsmarts disconnecting or having like weird issues with the sound. And my house is fairly large. It's also long. So it's like a long, narrow style house. So, I've had no issues with connectivity. So just so you know, if you're worried about connectivity, I can get some pretty good range in my house and it doesn't drop signal at all. So there you go. So there's your English controls, just if you're looking for it. So you press for 2 seconds on, hold off, whatever. If you press once, it switches lighting modes. Okay, because it's got the RGB, right? Ooh, a little pulsing thing. Oh, that's cool. Off. I like purple and pink as a color, so we're going to go with that. M is what I was worried about. Bluetooth. Oh, so you hit M to go between mode. That makes sense. So you can go between Bluetooth, phone. You can go through the TF card, SD card, micro SD card, or you can go auxiliary. So if you're plugged into a computer or something like that, or I guess you could put it on your computer, use it like that. It's going to have a lot of volume. You could use this as a little sound bar. Realistically, you could. I'm using a lapel mic, so I'll be able to bring it in close, which is nice. Just mind your headphones, obviously. Turn it up. So loud. Okay, well, I'm not going to put my mic next to it. It's like 95 dB. It's super loud. Okay, let's get it to like a middling volume so I can hear myself think. So it does get stereo. You may not hear it, but there is stereo separation. It's not just mono. I can hear the piano over here, and I can hear the other like watery sound over here, which is what the music sounds like. The bass from each side is good. It actually works very well like that because you get a little reverb through the actual like surface. So you actually get some extra amplification through that. And then like that, it's just kind of more voluminous into the air. I mean, I'm probably not going to have to do much testing. I'll just, the audio sounds fantastic. It has a ton of bass. They had another one that I tested recently from them, which was another Bluetooth outdoor and only had a single boomer. Obviously, it had slightly reduced bass. It was still fantastic, but it had slightly reduced bass. This one is much more bass, like considerably more. This would be closer to the big boy one that I reviewed recently from Tronsmart, the Bang SE, which is my personal preference because I listen to fairly bass-heavy music. Yeah, it's definitely very bass-heavy. It's bass forward. You can still hear like there's like a water kind of undertone in this song, but it's very bass-heavy. So If you want neutral sound, that may not be your thing. If you're like a audiophile looking for a neutral sound. But if you're listening to like modern, I find a lot of music modern, people like a lot of bass, just a little bit more boom to it. I mean, I grew up listening to like rap music, hip hop music, and that, so I like it. And even when I listen to like, say even like orchestral music, I do like heavy bass, even in that. I just like it. So I think this has a microphone. Let's go like this here. Let's test out this microphone here. I'm going to move it in closer. Maybe it doesn't actually have a microphone. We will see here. Let's test out this microphone here. I'm going to move it in closer. Maybe it doesn't actually have a microphone. Yeah, so it actually does have a microphone. It's not super good quality. It's not, be some crazy high quality mic or anything like that, but it has a microphone, right? So yeah, so I mean, I don't need to do much more. I mean, this doesn't have to be super complicated. It's a really good speaker. The Tronsmart stuff I find is really good. Their prices are more than fair. Other brands that would be competing in this kind of class of quality class, so like generally quite good, affordable but quite good, you can pay more and get something like this from another brand, or you can get less, pay the same as this and get something inferior. So that's where the volume comes, that's where the quality comes into this. You're not going to pay as much for this speaker here as something that would be comparable from like a major brand. You're going to pay a lot less for this, and you're going to get the same type of sound. It's going to be, and you're going to save 50% money. So I mean, that's a pretty compelling buy. Then the other thing is, I mean, if you get something that's the price of this from a lot of brands out there, they're going to be garbage, whereas this is quite nice. So this here I easily recommend. I mean, the Tronsmart stuff has not let me down yet. When they ask me to review, this is the third one, of course I'm going to say yes. I use their stuff as a daily driver. Right? This isn't just like, oh, I review it and then whatever goes in a closet. No, I use their stuff as a daily driver. I have a Tronsmart large one upstairs right now. The other one I'm going to replace with this one. I prefer the double sub on this one here. So I'm going to, I daily drive 2 of their products, honestly. So this one's going to replace the other one that had a single boom around. I think this is just a little bit more bass for me is good. And then that one can go to someone else. So it's great. Yeah, it's fantastic. I'll put a link in the description down below to their website, which is completely non-affiliated. If I can find this specific model on the Amazon, my Amazon storefront, USA and Canada, I'll put it down there, and that would be affiliated through Amazon, which is always nice for me, helps me out. And then you can check out my other reviews on the big boy one specifically. Is really nice, the Tronsmart Bang SE. If you're looking for tons of sound and a big speaker, take it with you to like a park or something, outdoors, that's fantastic. I think this is more than enough for most people. It's got a ton of sound. So that's the review. Tronsmart Mirtune C2 portable speaker. It's great. Honestly, no complaints at all about this product.